let's do this. Captain's Draft is the first game
Dire
we have
team
tonight.
pick.
We have Amber Spirit and Anti-Mage being banned out, as well as Nyx Assassin and Shadow Demon. Lich, Bristleback, Slider,
Radiant
and
team
Sand
pick.
King all being picked up. So this will be an interesting game to begin with. There's
Radiant team pick.
still quite a few heroes in the pool, so we'll see what happens as this game continues. Not too sure how it'll pan out, but it will be good nevertheless. Bloodseeker being picked up, very strong mid hero.
Dire
Could
team
snowball
pick.
quite easily, so let's see what happens with that. 2 picks now for this other side, the Vengeful Spirit getting picked
Dire
up,
team pick.
and waiting on the second pick. I'm not too sure what they're going to go with. Something to really go alright with this team. They've got quite a bit of strength to begin with. So we'll see what that turns into. They're actually going to go to Alchemist, more strength. They're luckily there's no
Radiant
Lifestealer in the
team
pool,
pick.
otherwise that'd been a big pickup. 2 picks now for the Radiant, for the Melanie in... Oh, I can't even say words. Julius fan club.
Radiant team pick.
That word. Darkseer being picked up. I'm a ability hero with a ultimate that is quite gay to verse. Last pick now. And it's going to be Zeus. Zeus is
Dire
a great
team
hero. Everyone loves Zeus, but he needs those early levels so he can start ganking and getting the kills. Omni Knight being the last pick. Everyone loves a good Omni Knight, and why not? I mean, Meepo was in a pool, I'm surprised he didn't get picked up. Oh well. Okay, so we'll start off this game with a very, very, very nice lineup. Just waiting for Alchemist to get in the game, and then I'll introduce our players, but in the meantime, Bristleback and Slider, Vengeful Spirit, Alchemist and Omni Knight,
Dire structures
Facing
are
Lich.
fortified.
Zeus, Bloodseeker, Sand King, and Darkseer. Alrighty, let's introduce our players to begin with tonight. First up... Okay, so on the Bloodseeker we have Daredevil Dota. One of a little... pretty good player. Good caster, good great guy. Got Tinky on the mid Zeus. Also another pretty good guy. Drunken Drip. Haven't seen him much around, but it'll be interesting to see how he goes. Playing the Lich, Sand King, going to be played by Mush. One of our admins at Southern Cross Dota. Good guy, good guy. And last but not least, we has Resonance on the Darkseer. On the side of the Dire, we have Logical Scope, who was meant to be casting with me tonight, but has decided to play one
30
game just so we get
seconds to
tonight
battle.
rolling. But he'll be playing the sluts. He'll be playing the Slider mid, apparently. Okay, alright. Next we have Tempest playing the Vengeful Spirit on the Bristleback and the... Okay. On the Bristleback we have Angus the Bull picking up Alchemist as Storyteller, and last but not least we have CLM on
The battle
the Omni Knight.
begins.
Creeps getting spawned now as we see a regen rune spawn top, so could be very well, it could be very helpful for those early game situations, especially for Zeus. Alright, looks like we're going to be running a tri-lane bottom versing dual lanes, so we'll see how that goes. Omni Knight and Vengeful Spirit, so it could be quite scary, really. Not much hiding in the bush. Might be trying to get that level 1 gank. Daredevil Dota, or Daredevil Dan as he is also called, is going to be playing the farming Bloodseeker. Alright, so ping's about on Mush at the moment, so he's going to get spotted out. We'll see if anything can transition. Lich going to pull the creep wave, but probably the worst time. Alright, this dual lane at top. Darkseer's going to have a pretty good time, I think. Just makes it easy. Logic Scope taking a bit of damage from Tinky at the moment, so doing what any Zeus does, and it's just a typical pain in the ass with arc lighting. Probably the worst. Well, yeah, probably the worst. The worst right clicker in the game because it just takes so long. Pings out on Vengeful Spirit. Mush is going to come in. Should use the Burrow Strike. In fact, he does. Nothing to follow up though. The Lich Ice Blast does come out, and a few auto attacks, and that should be the first blood. Getting split amongst the three. That was an easy first blood, and it's going to give Daredevil Dan some space to farm. Teleport back in to lane. Omninight's hanging around. I'm not too sure why he didn't come in then, because one purification would have probably turned that whole gank around, but we'll see how this game pans out. Right, last hits, and we have Zeus coming second, with Daredevil Dan just right behind him, who is not that one, he's up here. Daredevil Dan is not far behind in the last hits, only 9 and 3, and we do have our first pause actually, so I'm not pausing the game, and as we wait for our verdict, puppy please, puppy please. I'm pretty sure with Omniknight and Venge, they're two good supports. I'm surprised I didn't put Bristleback down there and then just have a tri-lane up top just to get their carry a lot of farm, but it's just a really odd sort of draft. But I'm sure they just wanted to incorporate Omniknight because he has a massive hammer who can just smack things, and who doesn't want that? Like, I mean, you can smack things, and that's pretty fantastic. Mid lane, Tinky and Logic Scope just bashing it out. Tinky picking up that regen rune with his bottle, so did pick that one up, which comes quite in handy, especially for a Zeus who just has a lot of mana issues really early in the game, especially when you're trying to last hit. Ping's coming out on the bottom lane. Tempest's going to get caught out. Will the Bowler Strike come in? CLM actually might, but Tempest's going to throw out that Magic Missile, and it will turn them around almost instantly. So the creep wave's pushing up quite nicely to the tower for the two supports of the Dire. Angerstable trying to pull, so playing a support Bristleback, oddly enough. Kind of weird. Resonance is just using that Iron Branch. He's actually got a point in Vacuum already, but normally when I play him I usually like to get the 2 points in the haste. Ice Blast coming out on CLM, no follow-up. Iron Shell being put on Angerstable, so trying to get the last hits, I suppose, whilst he's trying to, like, when he goes close to the creeps, picking up the easiest last hits he can. But sentry wards are going to be put up here. Not too sure why they have sentry wards. Maybe to de-ward, but there's actually no wards for the Radiant. The Dire even. Radiant had one right there. I also have one here. But yes, no wards for the Dire. So playing in the dark, it's going to make it a little bit harder. Now I'm not too sure why they went with the Slider mid, but it's something Logical I think wanted to do. Not too sure who drafted their side. I think it was CLN, but not too sure. I think it was. It sort of rings a bell. I mean, Ven should probably be a better mid, like, because she can sort of start snowballing if she gets the space. I mean, a level 7 Magic Missile while the other team is still level 4 is pretty scary. But Bristleback is going to rotate towards this middle lane, only at level 2 though, whilst Tinky's level 6. It's going to find a very, very rough time. Tempest Ice Blast is going to be used on him. A few right clicks is just going to throw him back a little bit, which does actually have quite a bit of damage. 58 plus 3. He does have a bracer, so it does hurt a little bit. Ping's coming out on this middle lane, Tinky. Playing a little aggressive, the Snot comes out. Thunderbolt comes out as well as the ulti, and that is another death. Bristleback dying. CLM and Logical Scope with the combination of the Slither and Crush and the Purification is a death. So it's a 1-1 trade. Darkseid picking up solo kill on Alchemist as well though, so not good. Ward being spotted out, but Tempest is actually running away from it. No, they're just gonna leave it there. Oh, it was their ward, but they got pinged out by the Radiant. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But yes, Tinky picking up that middle kill when he got ganked as well, so it's going to help him quite a bit as he hopes to try and snowball into the late game. Maybe not being there, but Daredevil Dan is taking a lot of damage. Rupture comes out, but the right clicks from CLM are a bit too strong. Purification gets used on Tempest, so he'll be able to survive a little bit longer with that Rupture on him, and the Rupture does wear off, so he's able to run away. Drip might be able to chase this, but I don't think he can. CLM picking up the Arcane Boots at probably the best time. Has enough for another Purification, but won't need it. Tempest running away on a little bit of HP, so getting a bit lucky there. Daredevil Dan teleports back to the lane to continue his last hitting. Now, Logical Scope, he's having a rough time against Tinky. I mean, all the AoE from the Arc Lightning, it makes farming a lot easier. And that's another death, just the easy combination. What you want from Zeus, and it picks up another kill on Slaughter. Just a bit of farming happening at the moment, so after that kill mid, I think Logical's going to have to play a little bit more safer, just to be a bit safer, I guess. Anyway, Resonance might get caught out here. Hangs the Bull is going to come in from behind. Concoction gets thrown out as well. Storyteller going to pop the ultimate, but there's just not enough follow-up. Resonance is able to just haste up and get out of there.
Dire's middle tower
7 armor at level 8 is quite a bit to deal with. Ward here picking up Marsh, so there is not going to be an easy gank for him there. Logical has decided to rotate towards this bottom lane. He's going to spot Marsh. The amplified damage gets thrown out. He's got Purification on him. Marsh is going to use Burrow Strike to get out though, so nothing happening there. Lich is going to get caught out though. Slithering Crush comes in, and Purification, just too much damage.
No sorceries avail.
Rupture's going to get used on Logical Scope, but Daredevil Dan just can't get anywhere near him. Amplified damage coming out as well, and that will cause him to back off. I guess the Bull has decided to rotate down and has thrown a bit of snot at Tinky, so
Thank you.
just trying to pressure him out a bit. It looks like they want to push down this tier 1, which I suppose is probably the best thing they can do now, but we'll see what happens. If they can actually do it, that's the thing. But Resonance is just farming top. He's getting all the farm that he can get. And we'll probably join him later on once he gets probably a mech or something. He does pick up his Arcane Boots now, though. Looks like this push on the tier 1 is going to go through. CLM using that Purification on himself just to push the wave down so they can take the tower quite easy. Mush only level 4. Looks like Lich is going to get some snot thrown at him. Amplified damage coming out, but Lich is going to back off. Does he have that level 6 yet? He does not, so only level 5. Marsh is going to get spotted out. Logical Scope coming in. Burrow Strike's going to come through. It's going to hit 2, but the bash is going to be too strong with Slither and Crush. Tinky's teleporting down. Rupture plus all of the thunder from Tinky. It's just too much for
bottom tower
Omni
is
Knight.
under attack.
No Purification, unfortunately.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So a 1-for-1 trade there. Yeah, it was one. Lich died? I think Lich died. Let's check that. Slaughter, yeah, killed Lich. So Lich losing his life, but they do pick up the Omni Knight, so not all is lost. Especially that they've had to rotate so many down here just to get that one kill. It was really good reaction from the others. CLM rotating towards the top, so they might be trying to gank this Darkseer, which probably wouldn't be such a bad idea. He has just been free farming. He does have 36 last hits, so especially for an offlane Darkseer, when you're coming third in the whole table, that's pretty crazy. Especially when you're beating an Alchemist by 10. Concoction's going to get popped. They're going to go for him.
What are you waiting?
It's going to hit. Purification should come out now. It does. It does a lot of damage. Haste is going to get used, but Resonance is going to get killed by CLM. So picking up an easy kill on the Darkseer, which was probably really needed. It's going to make it a bit easier. Tempest is going to take a Thunderbolt to the face. It's going to do a bit too much damage. Rupture is going to get used as well. Slither and Crush is going to be used. And Thunderbolt comes out again and picks up that kill. Tinky with the haste. making it easy to rotate. Angus the Bull is going to pick up the kill on the Sand King before he dies.
Radiant's middle tower is
But
under
there was an
attack.
ult for that too, Tinky using that one. Amplified damage still on Tinky, so they still know where he is. But at this point, he is 4-1 and 2. He's going to have a
middle
very,
tower
very
is
early
under
axe.
attack.
Of course, that's if he goes for one. He might go for a Veil of Discord, which would be understandable, but so what happens.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tempest rotating towards the bottom lane. Might be looking to do something, but I think it's just more to defend against this push. Bit of smack talk coming from Daredevil Dan. They are just trying to push him out of lane. He does have a Midas though, so Midas and Phase Boots. It looks like he's going for the run really fast Bloodseeker build, or Pub Seeker build as we say. In the scene. Probably. Invisibility ring going to be spotted out by Angus the Bull, but picked up by Tempest, I believe, so they can rotate towards this mid. It will, so we'll see what happens. One swap in a magic missile would probably be all that's needed to pick up a kill, maybe on just Mush or even Tinky. I think Tinky is probably the highest profile target at the moment. But Sand King's hanging pretty close. He might have just got spotted then, not too sure. He's now playing very, very passive, so he knows something's up because they're he can see that they're trying to push really quickly. Rotation in by Angus the Bull, so
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
it has warranted a teleport in by Resonance, so yeah, he's going to help try and keep the Dire out of the tower, pushing back the lane as much as possible.
Blessings.
They did rotate towards this middle tower, but just nothing came of it, so not too sure what they did there. Meanwhile, Storyteller's getting all the farm that he needs. He does have a is that a Claymore? It is a Claymore and a Broadsword, so not going for... Well, he still might be, but it looks like he's going for a Shadow Blade.
Dominating.
Okay.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Picking up a solo kill on Omni Knight. Tinky getting that one, but I think he had the help of Darkseer. So another easy kill for the Susu. He's starting to get a bit out of control. 5-1 and 2.
Radiant's top tower
Doing
is
a bit.
under attack.
Kings are going to be out on Drunken Drip. No one's around to really do anything though. There's still a ward here. It is a sentry ward. So they are able to pick up anyone if they're invisible, like a Sand King who might use Sandstorm, but not much really. I think it was more for the ward that was there previously. But
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
alas, it is gone now. Angus the Bull picking up level 6 now, so fairly late in the game, only 121 experience at the moment. Pings come
Dire's
out.
middle tower has fallen.
Has rotated around to the mid lane, to the bottom lane, sorry. Sand King teleporting in, Angus the Bull using his
Dire's
snipe,
middle
but
tower is under attack.
Angus the Bull too strong. Sand King coming out. Logical Scope getting a Slytherin Crush, plus the amplified damage on Daredevil. Dan.
Forward without fear, my
Omni Knight ult
Dire's
coming
middle
out.
tower is under
Daredevil
attack.
Dan might die here, not too sure, but they've decided to go on Mush. He does turn around with the Burrow Strike, but the Concoction comes in and does quite a bit of damage. That uses that ult, the Chain Frost, it comes in and it does quite a bit of damage. Logical Scope
armor of omniscient
having to
Mega
use his
kill.
teleport, but the mini bash from Thunderbolt is going to pick up the kill and stop that teleport. CLM
Radiant's
trying
top
to teleport
tower
as
is
well,
under
but
attack.
Thunderbolt just doing its work. That mini bash doing quite a bit. Just to stop the teleports, like, is crazy. Three for one trade there, 12-8 in favour of the Radiant. So they might try and look to push the second tower of the game, being this bottom one. They do have the first one being mid, so it was the first one to drop. And they
Dire's
might be able to
bottom
pick up this
tower
one.
is under attack.
Pings come out for the defense, but I just don't think they will be able to defend against this Radiant team at the moment. Tinky's just putting out too much damage. And so we're rotating towards the bottom now. He's going to come around from behind, try and sandwich them up. Storyteller and Logical
Dire's
Scope coming
bottom
in
tower
from the
is
top.
under attack.
Might be able to do something, but the Radiant do back out. They do ping the bottom tower though. for the defense. Did look like a pink ping at those, so not too sure.
Be well.
They do have all 5 here, so I would assume they are going to try and push this down.
Dire's top tower
Think
is
he's going to do a
under
bit of
attack.
damage. He does have a blink dagger, so going for that blink dagger first. That will help him quite a bit when he's trying to escape. Pings out on Tempest. Gonna try and do something. Meanwhile, we have Daredevil Dan pushing this top lane. He's going to be able to get this
Dire's
top
tower is under attack.
tier 1 top.
Dire's top tower
And
has
will most
fallen.
likely be able to rotate towards bottom against the ball coming out. He's taking a lot of damage from Darks here. That Purification comes in. Vacuum comes in as well. Slither and Crush plus a Concoction, but too much damage coming out from that
Double kill.
from Zeus, and that is 4 kill.
Wicked.
Actually, that is a team
Double
wipe.
kill.
17 for 8.
The omniscience,
Tinky picking
my
up a double
regard.
kill in the middle of that. What is it? Thunder God's Wrath doing such much damage. GG being called already at
Dire's
17
top
minutes
tower is
into
under
the game.
attack.
They did just lose a
Radiant
4v5,
victory.
so it was pretty crazy, but as we see, this is the end of this game. I've been Ice Cube Dota. Join us for more games coming up. I'm not too sure what the next game type is, but be sure to stick around and listen to some tunes and just talk in the chat, because no one is at the moment, which is kind of depressing. Anyway, stick around and we'll get some more games going.